Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who got the 100% truth, man. All right. And peace, love, and citations and safety to the hopeful elect. All right. Especially in these times to come. And what's going to come. Well, in this topic, I'm going to talk about, one of the things that's going to come is a shortage of food, man. A famine of food, all right? Let me show you this picture. I was at the grocery store, and I live here in Wichita, Kansas, okay? In the middle of America, man, all right? We don't really get hit by, things like that when it comes to these big cities like in New York and Cali and even in those big cities in Texas, in Dallas, Houston, we don't get hit like that, Kansas is not, it's like a small city. But let me show you what I seen at the grocery store, All right, you see, this is where all, this is the Latino, the Mexican section, all right? And, this is where you would see all the beans, the refried beans and all that, And look at that, most of it is gone, man. It's, I go to this grocery store, it's a Dillon's. I go to this Dillon's a lot because it's a pretty big one. And I never seen, I've seen it like this, but the last time I seen it like this was when, that first COVID-19 scare happened, all right? The whole store wasn't like this. It was just, this section and some others, the perishable, those canned foods, that they have a long shelf life, and ultimately, these Edomites and these other carnal-minded Jakes, who were, they're seeing the things to come. This is this is a sign for the things to come. How do you say it? A sign of some food shortages to come, man. The men of the Lord, even Esau, man. They see these things to come early, all right, because they stay upon their watch. The men of the Lord stay upon their watch spiritually, for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But Esau, Edom, and these other wicked 2/3 Jakes who keep in touch with, news and things and, stuff like that, food shortages and happenings around the world, things like that. They're doing it for themselves, carnally, They trust in America. They trust in Babylon. They trust in the system. All right, they trust in this system to keep on going. So what are they going to do? They're going to stock up and trust in all the food that they bought to last them as long as, however long, the shelves get stocked back up, which this time around, it's gonna be worse, and so worse that it's not gonna be the same ever again. All right, the last COVID-19 scare, all the shelves went back to normal, and everything went back to normal, so to speak, what I mean, to an extent. That's what I meant to say. People started wearing masks. Not every store was open. Some stores closed. But you could still live a form of American pie. Have that American living. But this time, this COVID-19 shutdown, that's coming, it's going to be on a whole nother scale, man. All these stores, they're not going to find nothing on these shelves, okay? You'll be lucky to find some toothpaste, all right? And that's going to be soon, because with Joe Biden in office, he's going to shut down everything. Joe Biden's got that spirit of He's got that New World Order spirit on him, you know. He's a good puppet master for the elites, all right? That's why they really wanted him in there, all right? But who knows what Trump got up his sleeve, but really, you know, it's all what the Lord has, Yahweh Shem Shai has up his sleeve, okay? So the men of the Lord, you know, got to be prepared and stay upon our watch, see these signs coming, you know, and prepare early, you know, spiritually, you know. So I might, maybe tomorrow if I got some time and money, you know, some spare cash, might do a little stocking, you know, but I'm not gonna do a whole go crazy and and ultimately rely on that for my salvation to get through these rough times to come. Okay, I'm gonna put all my eggs in Yahweh Bashem Shai's basket. Okay, I'm gonna rely on Yahweh. I'm gonna have faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. You know, in the faith that He's given me, and the wisdom that He's given me, blessed me with. All right, and the signs and the talents that He's blessed me with. Okay, and the signs that He's shown me. Okay, to get through these rough times. You know, the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, man. Understanding these prophecies to come. Okay, and for instance, it's like the enemy shall come in like a flood. All right, so when Edom comes down with great wrath, starts wreaking havoc and breaks through your crib, and it starts, asking you, interrogating you, with extreme force, trust in the Lord that He'll lift a standard upon me in that time. This is just an example. And trust in Yahweh Shem Shai and have faith that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to bless me with that spiritual body, to get me through to overcome Esau Edom, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. All right. The Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Okay. Or if or if the Lord doesn't put that spirit on me, and that standard on me, and Esau takes me to, the prison or takes me to the guillotine, I'm going to be faithful unto death, and the Lord will give me a crown of life. All right? Okay? Because dying for Yahweh Shem Yahushai is greater than any, it's the best death, ever, man. That's living, okay? You know how they say, these worldly people say, I live more, while closer to death. I feel more alive while I'm closer to death, while I'm about to die, those adrenaline junkies and people, whatnot, dying for Yahweh Shem Shai is going to be, glory, glorifying, man. Okay, that's the best death you could have, actually, you could possibly have. Dying for the testimony of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the true doctrine and the true gospel, man. That's, if I were to die, then that's how I want to go out. If I have to be tortured and die for the name of Yahweh Shem Yashai, for the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yashai, well, be it, I'll do it with pleasure, man. I'll do it for, all right? You know what I mean? I'll do it for pleasure, that saying, if it be my pleasure, if it be your pleasure, I'm probably saying it wrong, it'll be my pleasure, But speaking about this famine, man. All right, let me get Lamentations. It's like chapter 4, verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. All right. These famines that are coming, famine of these food shortages, these water shortages, and that's gonna be for Jake, man. That's gonna be for the wicked 2/3, and these other wicked heathens, man, here in Babylon the Great, and across the other nations too, because they're not gonna just be here in Babylon that's gonna face famines that are facing, also facing famines right now, All right, and you're gonna be better off. It says here, it says here you're gonna be better off, being slain by the sword. Getting killed by, getting shot. Getting beheaded. Getting ran over or something like that. Than being killed by hunger. Okay, so you better pray to the Lord that if you were to die, that you die, by a sword or a guillotine or something like that, Shoot. But you got to have that mindset that you're not going to die, especially if you're a man of the Lord. But speaking towards these wicked 2/3, and, these famines, they're for you. They're for you wicked Jakes, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? For not hearkening to Yahweh Shem Yahshai and taking his word serious, all right? Serious, all right? And going about doing whatever you want to do instead of what Yahweh Shem Yahshai wants you to do, man, all right? This is what you're going to get, a lack of food and bread. This time it's going to be serious. None of these, this time the shelves aren't going to be restocked, okay? And what are you going to do then? All right, this is what it says. For these pine away, all right? Your flesh is going to pine away at itself, man. Stricken through for want of the fruits of the field, man. You can be stricken, man. Your flesh is going to be suffering, eating at itself, all right? You're going to be out of your mind. Demons are going to mess with you because all you're thinking about is food. You guys are going to be cannibalizing each other, man. Selling your kids, giving up your bodies for food, for drink, for a half a bag of chips, stale bag of chips. You finna be giving up your children, all right? Because you all carnally minded, and ultimately that's your judgment, man. For not turning back from your wicked ways, turning to Yahweh Shem Yahshai and repenting, all right? And taking Yahweh Shem Yahshai as a joke, all right? I'm going to get Luke. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 11. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, okay? What's a famine? A lack of something, man. A lack of food, lack of drink, and famines and pestilences, diseases is going to be running rampant out here too. All right, but I'm staying focused on the famines, okay? And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right, and that's all I wanted to get. I'm gonna read 10 and then read 11 again. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. We're in that time right now, okay? And we're about to go in that time, the civil wars, nation shall rise against nation, Esau versus Jacob. Kingdom against kingdom, Israel versus, Babylon the Great, verse 11 again, and great earthquakes, in diverse places. We're in that time, all right? You got to be blind to not see these things, to not see the earthquakes in diverse places, man, all right? And famines, which are soon to come, all right? The men of the Lord are pointing, the beginning stages of this big famine that's coming, of food and drink, all right, and pestilences, all right, diseases are going to be running rampant out here, and fearful sights, okay, that, and great signs shall there be from heaven, all right, these super blood moons, these ultra super great, this and that moons that we're seeing like every once a month, it was never like that, man, okay. And Esau saying, "Oh, that happens like once in 1,000 years. Oh, this one only happens once in 2,000.5 years. And 2 million years ago, this was the last time." That's some bullshit, man. Okay, he may be right, but we're seeing these things frequently, man. These are signs from the heaven, man. Okay, but I'm gonna stay on this topic of the famine, man. I'm gonna go to Isaiah. Chapter 65, start at verse 12. It says, "Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not." All right. Isaiah 65:13. All right. "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat." Okay. The servants of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, his elect, the men of the Lord. It says, "But ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty." All right. Who's going to be thirsty? The wicked 2/3, man. And these other heathens. All right. No matter how much food, how much drink that you stocked up, man, you're going to be thirsty in these times, all right? Because the thieves are going to be breaking through your crib, stealing all them goods that you saved up for this famine, all right? It says, "My servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed because you haven't put all your trust and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshua." All right. I'm going to get Job. Chapter 5, verse 21. This is, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." Okay. Verse 22. "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh." Okay. "Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth." All right. It says, at destruction and famine, the men of the Lord, are going to be laughing, man. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. We're going to be the men of the Lord. I pray that I'm numbered amongst one of those men. Okay. All right. That I'm seen worthy in the eyes of the Most High to be a part of this. Okay. And famine, thou shalt laugh. All right, so when all these famines come, the men of the Lord are going to be laughing, literally, man, and spiritually. Because the Lord is going to, what did it say earlier? My servants shall eat, man, but ye shall be hungry. That's why the men of the Lord are going to be laughing at these wicked 2/3 and these other heathens, all right, for mocking and scoffing at them, for not, making the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua a joke, man. All right. And then those same wicked 2/3 jakes that have been scoffing and mocking the prophets are starving and suffering just because they, because they didn't take heed, man. All right. I'm going to get Matthew chapter 10, verse 29. It says, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father?" Verse 30. "But the very hairs on your head are all numbered." Verse 31, this is a point. "Fear ye not, therefore, ye are more valuable." Salakia. ye are of more value than many sparrows. Okay? So yeah, man, verse 29 says, are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? All right. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are more value than many sparrows, man. So the Lord values his men, his prophets, all right, more than, the sparrows, The Lord feeds his animals, man. How much more, is he going to take care of his prophets, the men of the Lord, All right. I think there was another precept upon, about, this, the same thing about, but the same metaphor, the same parable, but with lions. But I couldn't find that, But yeah, man. If the Lord takes care of his animals, his creation, how much you, his men of the Lord, his prophets, all right? So the men of the Lord are going to eat in the time of famine. So this is why you should put your full trust, time, and energy in Yahweh Shema Shai, and not this world, man. And to not worry about the store shelves, these store shelves, how do you say it, being, going empty, all right? Because the Lord's going to make a way to feed you, Even, if you're stuck in the wilderness, the Lord's going to, he's going to make you come across a path of a berry bush or an apple tree, okay? Or something like that. Or a walnut tree, man. Okay? Etc., man. And he's going to put it in your mind that, oh, that's a berry tree. Oh, this tree got walnuts, all right? He's going to put that in your spirit to know that, and even in that time, okay? I mean, it's not a bad thing to, to research, edible fruits, edible plants in the wild. That's not a bad thing to do. That's actually a wise thing to do. But don't have that don't have that how do you say don't let that eat up all your time and energy. Have that be second. Whatever you don't know, the Lord's gonna give it to you in that time of trouble, man. All right. I'm going to leave it at that, man. I pray that this was edifying. Call all Yahweh Shem Yahshai. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Until next time, I want to say Shalom.